Driving for results. So why we are doing all these things? We are creating competency stories. So that is why I am showing you this. Just for the recording sake, I am repeating it. So competency stories is about your competencies which have been uh, practiced since your childhood. And as a result of all these tests, what each test will give you 30 plus characteristics. So you take four, about 15 from all the four tests and practice them. These are the characteristics. It will be described from here like this. It will go from here from every aspect. You take a total of 15. So a total of 15. If you have taken from four categories, then 15C4 is about 32,000 stories, and definitely nobody remembers 32,000 stories. But that has been part of your life. That has created what you are today, whether you remember or not. So, how do you remember those stories today? Those stories will be remembered if you start working on a similar thing today. So, how would you start working on all those things? So, you have to do reality check, and about resilience and reaching beyond. All these are my three secrets, which is roughly about what do you think about yourself, how people think about you, and how the next generation is going to think about you, which means you have to start utilizing your time from today, so that whether you are there or not, whether people think about you or not, you will utilize your time the best way possible on this earth. So so how you do reality check, which is about you. By all these four tests, you find out about more about you. That is what reality check is. There is another aspect to reality check, which is about the response pattern. Response pattern means how do you and how much time you take to react to another person's comment. That depends. That the longer it is, the better you are. So always take time before you respond to somebody else. And sometimes you will find the time you are taking, in that time you will find that there is no need to speak anything. Just a smile would do. So if that is so, why to speak? Why to speak and waste your energy, which also is not, let's say, sometimes we speak something which will hurt somebody. So if we don't speak anything, there is no possibility of creating that thing, that chance of hurting somebody. So smile always wins. So you start your morning by checking out with yourself whether your mind is okay or not, you are okay or not. Then self-assessment questions will be always there in this competency stories, which will be checking next. And superpowers is all about the qualities that you practice time and again, which for which you are known for. You are this kind of person or that kind of person. People start knowing because of this. The example that I give is my honesty about myself. Whatever I have done, I just can tell. Why I tell is it takes out the guilt and shame and other negative uh, thing that is inside me out, so that I get free from them. And Brené Brown is one lady who, in her TED Talks, she told that as a researcher, she had to build cases, find evidences and build cases. And suddenly this guilt and shame kind of aspect she started dealing, and she saw that in guilt and this thing, people get tortured for years and they don't realize what is happening to them. And the moment they speak it out, it is gone. So it is definitely a service towards mankind. You release somebody, give somebody freedom from that negativity. Nobody knows. It is not easily known. But something is hidden inside which creates trouble in our mind. Right? So that is that. Then uh, as I am saying, whatever is more than 70%, you need to work on. 60 to 70% or above, that is what is your strength is. And each of your strength is about a competency story. And each competency story tells a lot about you. And anything less than 50%, you should not attempt to correct. It is something which you are not born with. That
Yeah.
means you need to ask support for that particular thing from somebody else. So here are few of the things. I'll read that out: building relationships, inspiring and motivating others, developing others, collaborating and promoting teamwork, practicing self-development, taking initiative, communicating powerfully and prolifically, solving problems. As I was saying, in your case, the moment that Excel sheet is done, you will find yourself to be very prolific in communication. You will always, people will look forward to your speech or talking to you, because you will be always coming out with some insights, brilliant insights. Once you are done with that Excel sheet, that Excel sheet will go from another sheet till another sheet. So, like that, it will happen. Solving problems and analyzing issues, championing change, innovating, displaying strategic perspective, displaying professional expertise, establishing stretch goals. Stretch goal means whatever goals you have, you will give some extra to each of your goal, whatever, no, in your case. We will find that out once you start working on that Excel sheet. Driving for results is very strategic. Connecting groups to the outside world, maybe you will pick up this thing, or I don't know. And there will be some blind spots. With each of your strength comes a negativity. As soon as you define, like say you are very strong in your conviction, that also means that you will not listen to others, whatever others are saying, other suggestions. So when others are saying, it is okay not to listen, but when there is suggestion coming for your betterment, you will not listen also, because you are very strong on whatever you have seen. So while it is a strength, it has a negative side also. So the moment you have a strength, you will have a negative side for sure.
Hmm.
So that is true for everybody. Whoever has a negative side, that fellow has a positive side also. If you haven't seen, see it. So those are called blind spots. So your blind spots, you will not see. Somebody else will be seeing. So somebody else, when they comment, you should know from their comments what are your positive things. So if you can align with your strength and tell them something, it's okay. You can't tell, don't do it. Move forward. So this is from, as I said, this is for another person. So your ones will find out. Then you need to develop a vision statement. What is a vision statement? A vision statement is something which you will never achieve in this lifetime. It has to be so big. So for example, my vision statement is impacting 1 billion lives in 139 countries by creating a multi-billion enterprise, by training 1 lakh super performing global players. So see the numbers.
Yeah.
Do they seem possible? But it is kind of a little possibility also is there, because already I have impacted 1 crore lives. So if I get 1 lakh people, easily I can reach out, right? And
Definitely.
already whatever stories that I have told to you, if I can replicate through you, through people like you, whoever I am teaching, training, if they become like that and achieve their goals, then also we can reach 1 billion lives easily, right? So that possibility you have to give. There has to be some possibility, otherwise it will not challenge you, no? If
Yeah.
you know that this is not going to happen, then what challenge? You will not feel anything also, right? Then mission, how you are going to achieve that mission. So my vision I am going to achieve by training people like you. Whatever I am doing, this training is because I have that vision. That is why I am doing.
Yeah.
Then plan of achievement, you have to put your plan of achievement. What you did well so far? What did you enjoy doing so far? What are you proud of doing so far in your life? And which subject you enjoyed most in schools? What was your achievement before the age of 13? That is what I have written. 10. What are your key factors in your professional life? Anything that prevents you from becoming your best, any fear or something. And suppose you are promoted, how you will make a difference in your next higher position. So what is factor 1, factor 2, factor 3? And think about the last failure that you had. How, what else can you do to make it a success? Just write down something. So this is an exercise to tell you about your positive side, negative side, positive side, negative side, right? If you could own and operate your business, what would you choose it to be? Describe in detail. So this exercise, this particular question you answer if you are interested in some kind of business. Whatever that business might be, you have to describe here, right? Understood? Describe the person you want to be. Identity. For example, suppose you want to be like Sarukh Khan, or say Dalai Lama, or say Martin Luther King, or Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, today is his birthday, or somebody else, any personality. That personality, one or more than that. So might be you would like to be like Lal Bahadur Shastri, and also, what is that? Sachin Tendulkar. Nobody can stop you, na? So if you want to
Yeah.
do that, put that here. How many? Who are they? Those people can be from different background, right? And these are the businesses. You don't have to worry about that because you are not looking for change. So what were values when you had an achievement? So the moment you had an achievement, just now we are doing that questionnaire, no? In that questionnaire we were saying will you be very happy when you see your friends to accomplish something, right? So all those kind of questions are there. See, when I talk about values, maybe we will discuss values in another class. Values are something that day we were discussing about that person na, who, whenever he has a quarrel with his wife, he does what? He goes and does some mistake in stock exchange, and he creates loss for him. You know, so that has been his value. You can't do anything about that value. Values keep changing. Suppose you say that you would like to serve your parents, right? Then second you write you'd like to have a job. Third you write you'd like to learn. Fourth something, and like that you 10 things you write. So suppose you don't have a job, then serving your parents cannot be the first thing, first value.
Yeah. Mm.
Your first value will be finding a job. Then once you have a job, then serving your parents might be your first value, right? So values
Yeah.
keep changing according to your life situation. So for the moment, what are your values? So these are the list of values that I have given. You can see these two sheets and find out what are your values. How you can find out? You will number them according to, you will take 10 10 in each.
Mm.
You will take a sheet of paper, then write 10 each in each of those, these two sheets na,
Mm.
write down 10, then all those 10, 1 2 3 4 you do, then every sheet you do 1 2 3 4, then from 10 sheets you pick up the first one, right?
Okay.
So there will be 10 values, then 1 2 3 4, right? Then the last 6 values are your values for the time being.
Mm.
Sometimes it will take you lot of time to do this exercise. So what you can do is you can take this to the Excel sheet and just copy and paste there, right? And you start doing numbering. Then sorting will be easier, right? You understand, right?
Yeah.
Huh. So what is your success statement for today? These are the success statement I have written. So it might be there will be some other success statement for you. Those values, whatever you find out, those values will be your success statement. Then we will do 1 year goal statement. 1 year goal means these are financial goal, health goal, relationship goals, growth goals, legacy goals, recreation goals. I put two recreation goals. Yeah. So this many. Huh. these many goals, right?
Yeah.
So you put yourself these goals and take to that Excel sheet, another sheet, to put that in that sheet. Done? Or you can, for everything you can create another sheet. Well, for values you can create another sheet. For this 1 year goal statement you can put another sheet. Like this you do. Done?
Yeah.
So for all that, actually I have a second course, which is here, building on uniqueness. So this we will discuss once you are done this one, and we will actually define for as to action over excuses. It won't work for me, because if you have some resistance like that, then you have to write it down here. And how we will change that? Why it doesn't, like say I am asking you to wear a tie, why it has, you haven't taken any action? So that is an action point. i, I don't know, you might have some resistance because of this reason. Nobody knows now. Inside your mind you'll find
Yeah.
very interesting thing about your mind only once you start doing these exercises. Then the second week. So let us stop here. So otherwise it will go extra over your head only. And yes. And what about? Let us stop share. So